Good afternoon everyone, Connor from Zenfinex here, and today I'm going to be providing you with a silver forecast for July. In focus today will be how the change in Federal Reserve tone is threatening to change the whole trend of this market. After that I'm going to move on to the chart and provide a balanced technical analysis, predicting where price could be heading after tomorrow's huge non-farm payroll event. So much like gold really, this market has been consolidating / in a range, and has been for a week or so, and I said it yesterday with gold. The reason for this is the confusion around the Federal Reserve policy. You've got members like Thomas Barkin saying that the central bank has made substantial further progress towards its inflation goal in order to begin asset tapering, yet you have others that still think we are way off. What will be so important for silver prices in July really is the non-farm payroll figures that are coming out tomorrow. Now the ADP non-farm employment numbers came in quite strong at 692,000 compared to a 555,000 forecast. For those who are not aware, this is a prediction for tomorrow, and tomorrow's data will actually be released at 1:30 PM GMT. If we see a strong set of numbers tomorrow, then the knock-on effect really would be that the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell was correct to change his tone around US policy, and the economic recovery is coming quicker and inflation is coming quicker than anticipated. Therefore, he would re-emphasize his hawkish tones, and the market would continue to see the trends that we have seen over the last couple of weeks. For silver buyers, this may be bad news for July, so sorry about that. The reason for this is because it's going to mean that the US dollar grows stronger and stronger after having a real torrid time this year. How long will that last? Well, as I said yesterday, I think it could last for July, which is the purpose of this video. So from that I would expect some more downside in silver. However, I cannot stress how important it is to listen to the various Federal Reserve speeches coming out this month. Let's see if the Fed will continue to change their policy talk, or if they're going to look to calm the markets down. Jerome Powell really holds the key here, so make sure you're listening out to his next conference. Okay, so good news for silver buyers out there. Something I've noticed right away, it's hard not to notice, is this 200-day moving average is really acting as a nice support. You can see where, when was that, a couple of days ago at the start of the week, we threatened to close below, we snapped right back above, and now we're looking like we're starting to tick higher, especially when you look down at the RSI indicator down here. We were approaching oversold territory. We're now starting to tick back to the upside. Maybe silver is starting to form a base and starting to rally again, which would be great news for the bulls out there. Where would I aim for if I was going to be buying off of the basis of this? Well, I'd be aiming for around 27.3, and the reason for that is because we do have this order block level here. The reason I can classify this as an order block is because this was the last candle before we had this big bearish impulse, and along with it, it did break this structure low here. Hi guys, thank you for listening to this video. Just really quickly wanted to touch on a really exciting offer we have on the website. It's a limited time offer, and if you head over to zenfinex.co.uk, you will see the offer in front of you straight away. And this is that you can trade Forex on a standard account with raw spread plus zero commission. And now Zenfinex is also an FCA and no dealing desk execution broker. If you are interested in this offer, you can get in touch with the team by clicking learn more, or you can simply go to open an account where you can start the application process. So potentially could look to aim for 27.3. From there I would be a seller, and we could get a situation where we're running up into this order block level, and then we go maybe to go and test the 200-day moving average again, which might be sitting at around here, which would be a potential sell in, take profit from that order block. So maybe looking to counter trend buy into that order block level, sell down into around the 200-day moving average. Now, what I would say is important. Some people will argue this is just an attempt of a correction, and that fundamentally we're still bearish for silver at the moment, especially with the changing tones of the Federal Reserve, which is fair enough. So we might not get all the way up to that order block level. We might actually run down and close below the 200-day moving average after tomorrow's NFP or after the meetings next week. If that does happen, the only way that I can see a real change in long-term trend for silver is if we do get a solid close below this 200-day moving average, something like this, close below, potentially a retest, and then potentially aiming for, let's say, this level, which is the last swing low. Again, I probably would be a buyer from here, because that really would be a change in trend, really, if we did get a close below there, because we do have this trend line coming into play as well. If I go on to the 4-hour chart, you can see really that the market has just been stuck in between here and here. It's just been stuck in between this range really since when, the 17th of June, so 2 weeks ago. So you can tell this is to do with the confusion around the Fed policy. No one really knows what's going to happen next. But if you see that when the market was down at this level from the drop, you can see that the RSI was here. Now look how much real divergence we have. Now we're trading around here. RSI's nearly recovered. It's almost gone back up into the upper ends of buying territory. So is this just their attempt, or silver's attempt, at a correction in the market, at a pullback in the market? Potentially. What we need to see now from this range is either a close above or a close below. More likely, I think that we're at the top of the range now. If people do trade ranges, then you could argue that we've got a nice risk reward trade simply just from trading the two ranges around a 2-hour trade if you wanted to sell to the bottom of the range. I think that we're going to get a breakout soon. Either way, I do favour it more to the downside than I do to the upside, but it's going to depend on what's happening tomorrow with the non-farm payroll and how the Federal Reserve reacts to it. So I'm going to sit patient in this market from here. I've got my long-term targets in mind. That would be it for silver today, guys. I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. If you could please like and subscribe to our channel, it does help boost our channel as well. Keep dropping your comments in on the comment section as well. We do reply to every comment. Other than that, I'll catch you all for the next video, which will be next week.